We've all seen it. You walk into a building, a corporate lobby or maybe a factory floor,
Hmm.
and you look up at a digital sign, and the image is just awful. It's ghosting, flickering.
Right. It looks completely amateur.
Yeah, and you immediately think, oh, it's just a cheap monitor.
That's not it most of the time. 9 times out of 10, that's an infrastructure failure. Someone tried to make a video signal go way farther than physics ever intended it to.
And that right there is where our deep dive begins today. We are looking at a piece of hardware designed to fix that exact problem. It's the NTI ST-C5VA-300 VGA video and audio extender.
It's a mouthful.
It is, but it promises to push a legacy analog signal up to 300 feet without the picture turning into a blurry mess.
And that's a genuine technical challenge. I mean, VGA is an analog standard. It's heavy. It was designed for short runs, maybe 6 feet from your PC to your desk.
Sure.
When you try to stretch that signal over 300 feet, it just naturally degrades. You lose sharpness, you lose color, it all falls apart.
So how does this little box get around that? I'm assuming it's not just 50 VGA cables chained together.
No, that would be a complete disaster. The NTI system, it works as a pair. You have a local unit, which you hook up to the source computer.
PC, Mac, whatever.
Right. And then you have a remote unit all the way over at the display. But the real magic isn't the units themselves, it's the medium connecting them.
The specs say it uses CT5VA-6, basically just standard Ethernet cable.
The very same. And that is why this is such an elegant solution for, say, retrofitting an old building.
Okay.
Instead of tearing open drywall to run this thick, expensive VGA conduit, you just use the twisted pair copper wiring that's probably already in the walls.
I get the convenience then. Using cheap existing wire saves a fortune on installation.
Absolutely.
But usually when you take a shortcut like that, you pay for it somewhere else, like in picture quality. How do you push a 1920 by 1440 resolution signal through a phone line without it looking terrible?
That is the big question. And the device does support that high resolution, but the secret sauce here is the manual video quality adjustment.
Meaning you can actually tweak it yourself.
You have to. Signal loss at 50 feet is totally different than at 300 feet. So a factory preset just can't work for every scenario. This lets you manually tune the signal.
You adjust the clarity to match the exact length of your cable run.
Exactly. So if you're pushing it to that full 300-foot limit, you can just dial it in until all that ghosting disappears. It gives the installer control back.
Okay, now, looking at the remote unit, the box that's sitting behind the TV, I noticed something about its power requirements. Or more like, the lack of them.
This is a huge, huge practical advantage. Think about it. If you're mounting a screen in some difficult, out-of-the-way spot, you often don't have a power outlet just sitting there.
Right, you'd have to call an electrician, run more wire.
Not with this. The remote unit pulls its power directly from the local unit right through the CT5 cable.
So it's phantom powered.
It is. You plug in the source unit, and the receiver 300 feet away just wakes up.
That gets rid of a huge point of failure and cost on the destination side. Now, what about back at the source computer? There's another feature listed here. Local loop through. What's that for?
That solves the flying blind problem. If you're broadcasting a display to a factory floor that's, 3 football fields away, you can't actually see what's on that screen.
Oh.
The local unit has a second VGA port on it, just for a monitor right there at your desk.
So I can mirror the feed. I can look at my local screen and know for a fact that the remote screen is showing the exact same thing.
It's peace of mind. And since it's a full AV solution, it handles audio too.
Oh, right.
It uses standard 3.5 millimeter stereo plugs. So if your digital sign has alerts or a voiceover, that audio just travels down the same Ethernet cable with the video.
All of that packed into a little metal box that fits in your hand.
A very durable metal box. It's built for industrial environments. It even has surge protection built in. This is not some plastic consumer toy.
So really what we have here is a bridge. It connects the legacy reliability of VGA with the modern cheap infrastructure of Ethernet.
That's the takeaway. It solves the distance problem without forcing everyone into a complete and expensive digital overhaul.
We're just about out of time. But before we go, here's something to mull over. We live in this era of wireless, everything casting, streaming, Bluetooth. It's all about cutting the cord.
Yeah, everything's Wi-Fi.
And yet, devices like this NTI extender prove there's still a massive market for hardwired analog connections. So the question is why? Why is it that as our tech gets more advanced and wireless, we still seem to trust the most critical jobs to the good old copper wires of the past?
That is the question to ask.
Thanks for listening. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.